Hello everyone, and today we're back for another Loomian Legacy Top 5 video. We're going to be talking about the top 5 most annoying Loomians in all of Loomian Legacy. This was one of the first top 5 videos I ever made on the channel, and I'm going to be remaking it because there's a lot of new Loomians that are annoying. With that out of the way, let's head right onto this top 5 list. Number 5 onto this list is going to be Lorch. Now, some people might think Lorch shouldn't be on the list at all. I mean, it's a frail Loomian that hits very hard, but that's why it's annoying. This Loomian hits very hard. It has 113 range attack with an ability that basically is Life Orb, meaning it hits harder, and it has a move that doubles its damage before it gets hit. So Flare does 140 power stab with the Do or Die ability. Yeah! This thing hits really hard. And while there are plant types that can wall Flare, since you are a fire type, you can actually hit plant types super effectively with Fire Breath, making this Loomian really dangerous. There are a couple Loomians that can wall Lorch, like Prismatic Tonics, Luminami, and Jalusa, but other than that, there's not many Loomians that can actually wall Lorch. This thing hits extremely hard, and even after it's hit, it still has Flash and Flee pivot, Fade Away pivot, and Spectral Burst coverage. Like, it even breaks through resistant hits. It can usually two-shot Loomians on resistant hits sometimes. It's that amazing. Now, the only reason why it is number 5 is because it is frail. Priority does also beat it as well, and you can definitely beat it down with hazards. But yeah, this Loomian is definitely very hard to defeat. Number 4 to this list is going to be Dorg. Dorg is a very easy choice for this list, especially for one of the more recent battles I had with it. With the handy ability, its support moves will always go first, meaning this Provoke will always go first. Its Hypnotize will always go first, and its enchantments will always go first, because all the support moves are priority. And this thing also has Hypnotize, and in this one battle, all this footage is from one battle. It's hypnotized me this many times. It's hypnotized me so many times in a battle that I was going crazy. Yeah, Hypnotize on Dorg is kind of insane. And yeah, it's very annoying. And this is definitely one of the most annoying Loomians in all of Loomian Legacy. It can also play screens. It can also barter heavy shackles. It's a toxic type, so it can also get rid of poison barbs as well. This thing is very annoying, but the reason why I don't actually have it on my top 3 is because Loomian Legacy players are really nice. Most of the Loomian Legacy community follows Sleep Claws, so it's actually kind of rare to get into this matchup. I only got into it once, and every other time I faced a Dorg, it hasn't been that annoying, so that's why it isn't higher on the list, but if they break Sleep Claws, it's extremely annoying. Number 3 onto this list is going to be Tonics. Yep, the best Loomian in all of Loomian Legacy makes this list. And the thing that makes Tonics annoying isn't just the move pool that it has, but it's also its defensive typing. Light Spirit defensive typing only has one weakness to metal. This is a defensive typing that has more immunities than weaknesses. That by itself makes Tonics kind of annoying to beat, forcing you to run a metal type on your team. But it gets worse, because you have Light Spirit Stab and Frostbeam coverage, which, okay, fair. But the problem is that this thing has Magnify, Lightspeed Ray, and I know what you're thinking. Plant types wall it. That's where having Frostbeam coverage kinda hurts, because you can actually hit those plant types super effectively. This thing also has the most annoying out of the weathers, which disables all the abilities to the opposing Loomian. It has Prismatic, so it can soak light-type attacks, and its secret ability makes it get HP back. This Loomian is extremely annoying. And that doesn't just even count the secret ability version. You can run the Lamp Purge. Lamp Purge is annoying in doubles. You have Spite, which is one of the most annoying moves in the game. And Magnify Lightspeed Ray can easily sweep a team. Tonics, an easy option for the number 3 spot on this list. Number 2 onto this list is going to be Weasand. And I'm not just talking about any old Weasand. Traitor Weasand. Trade items with the opponent across from you when you enter the battle. You run heavy shackles on this Loomian, and then you stun a fast wall-breaking Loomian. That's what you do with Weasand. As you can see, I completely stunned the Jalusa for the rest of the battle by giving it heavy shackles. But that's not the only thing that makes Weasand so annoying. You can run other items on as well. You can run Volcanic Ash to stun melee attackers. You can run Thunder Orb to stun the opposing Loomians. And this Loomian has a great move pool. Has Slapdown to get rid of other items, which does sound kind of counterproductive when you give the opposing Loomian heavy shackles. But you can slap down the rest of the Loomians to make them lose your items. They have Barbs, Driving Force, and Provoke. So not only can you give the opposing Loomians heavy shackles, but you give yourself a free layers of Barbs on top of it. And since this is a typeless type Loomian, you only have 2 weaknesses, so it's actually very hard to KO Weasand in one hit. This is definitely one of the most annoying Loomians in the entire game, and this could be number 1 really easily, but it falls just short of the number 1 spot. But it's still extremely annoying to beat. Honorable mentions on this list, and honorable mention number 1 is Dorgo. Now, Dorgo doesn't seem that annoying on the surface, but when you run Dodge, Scapegoat, and Draco Babe, this Loomian is really annoying to beat. 116 speed with Scapegoat and Draco Babe makes this thing really annoying to beat. But the reason why Dorgo isn't on the list is because overall, not many Dorgos run this set, and the other Dorgo sets aren't as annoying. It's just this set. So that's why I said honorable mention, but not on the list. The second honorable mention is Metronet, and Metronet is an easy choice for this list. It was in my original list, actually. It's an Uber, it's OP, it has a Soul Burst form, which is also OP. It's one of the most OP Loomians in the entire game. It also has Hypnotize, which, yeah, it's another Hypnotize spammer. The only reason why it's not on the list is because it's an Uber, and everyone knows how annoying Metronet is, so I decided to keep it off the list. But this could be an easy top 3 contending Loomian for this list. The most annoying Loomian in all of Loomian Legacy is Imperior. Imperior is by far the most annoying Loomian in the entire game. I mean, Weasand got close, but the Resentful ability is overpowered. Because the thing is with Imperior, it has a very high health stat. So when you activate that Resentful ability, the opposing Loomian loses their health. That's very bad. So if your Imperior's at full health and the opposing Loomian KOs you in one hit, the opposing Loomian gets KO'd as well. And I know what you're thinking. It's a 1-on-1 trade. What's the problem with that? Well, Imperior isn't necessarily the most OP Loomian in the world, so it's not really a bad Loomian to lose. So if you go up against a matchup where there are wall breakers on the field and they set up 5 times, you swap into Imperior, KO that +5 wall breaker, and then they lose a crucial win condition. Well, you lose almost nothing. This thing also has fadeaway pivot, so if you're into a good matchup, you can click fadeaway to pivot out. Dark Surge can cause flinches, and this Loomian also has 100 speed, meaning it outspeeds most threats, so even if they have a high health stat, you hit them, and then they get KO'd regardless. And Imperior has the most OP ability in the game in Resentful, and that's why Imperior is number 1 on this list. It's extremely annoying to go up against. And here it is, Imperior, the most annoying Loomian in all of Loomian Legacy. I hope you guys enjoyed this top 5 most annoying Loomians list. What are some annoying Loomians that I missed? Tell me in the comments below. And yeah, that's the end of the video. And I will see y'all all later. Bye-bye!